Hi viewers, I welcome you all to this video session. So already we have posted the videos for learning the C programming elements. In this regard, I would like to add a very important one and also very advanced level of C programming element, that is what file operations using C programming elements. So in this I would like to discuss about how we can perform reading a file, because file operations is a very vast topic. So we go one by one. That's why very first I have taken how we can perform reading operation using C programming. Okay, so now we go to this session. First of all, we should know about what is meant by a file. File is what actually a collection of records. So the records, what is meant by that? So records are what? Collection of data or values. So in a file, in computer, everything is what? File system only. Okay. So all files are having the record that is to be used for executing the process whenever required in operating system. If you take any devices, definitely they have their file system which is to be used for integrating with operating system to perform their operations. Okay, so file system is a very essential part in software development, and we should know the basic fundamentals in handling the files. So what about the file operations we have? So I have listed three operations here. One is read operation and write operation and append operation. So these are all what the different operations mode that has to be given during your file opening process in our C programming language. So here you can find the syntax of creating a file. So we have to use a file pointer which helps to open the file and also performing the different kinds of file operations what we listed earlier. So here you can see that the syntax for creating the file, here it is given file star fp. So file, it is what the label that has to be used, so it should be in capital letters only. F-I-L-E, all are in capital letters. Afterwards we have to create the pointer y, in the sense the file contents that will be transferred from secondary device to our main memory and main memory to secondary device. So memory handling you can find. For that the pointer concept is used to access the memory blocks. So that will be happen implicitly, but we have to use a file pointer. Through that only the file contents can be accessed in our program. So here you can see how we can open a file, because file pointer, it is what I like a file variable, pointer variable, but we have to open the file. For that we have the function fopen. Okay, so that fopen function, it takes two parameters. One is what? The file name and also the path, if it is not in the local directory. Then the operation mode, already we have listed the different kinds of operation mode such as read, write, append. So the labels also given, the append mode characters to be given, like suppose if you go for what? Reading a file, then we have to use what? The character R. So within double quotes we have to use character R in our operation mode space. Okay, suppose we want to write a file, in the sense then we have to use lowercase w. And if you go for what? Append, in the sense the data to be updated in the file. Okay, that is about what? Updating the file. So that time we have to use a character A here. Okay, for reading process we have to go W. If you want to write contents to a file, sense we have to go W, and if you want to update the file, sense we have to go with A. Okay, right. So now how we can perform read operation, because in this video we would like to cover how we can perform file operations such as read by using the C programming element. So what is read operation actually? The read operation is what? Very simple one. It is about reading the content, in the sense scanning the content or screening the content from the given file. So the content that will be read in our program. So the program, it takes the data from the file. Please understand, the program reads a external file. Okay, it's an external file which is in what, located in any of the directory. It is not in the program. The program, it takes only the file name, but the file which exists what, outside of the program. Okay, so the program which will be the program which reads the content of the existing file. If the file exists, then only the reading operation can be done. So it is normally happen. We look for what, a textbook for reading. Okay, if the textbook is available, then only we can perform the reading. If the textbook is not available, how we can perform reading? Then we cannot able to do. So this is a condition actually. So we have to check the condition whether the required file is available in our file system. If it is available, then only the program can able to read it. Yes, the program has to throw an error message that the file does not exist in the file system, or it may not be available in the given path. Okay, then what about the available read functions we have to perform reading operation? So one is fgetC, that's about what, reading the character by character from our input file. And fscanf, that is what, read data in a required format. Okay, so you may have a data file that can be read by using what, fscanf function. Fscanf, that is what, very similar to scanf. If you take scanf, it is what, reading the content from the screen. Okay, I mean scan the format from the input device. Okay, but fscanf, that is what, reading the content or data from the data file. Then syntax for reading a file, in the sense how you can call these functions. In the sense, already we created the file pointer, and the file also opened by using the file name and also the operation mode. Afterwards, you have to use a file pointer with the dot operator. Okay, file pointer, then dot operator is required to call any of these functions which are required to execute the reading operation. Okay, so here you can find where the fgetC could be used. It is more suitable for reading text files or programming code files. Okay, and fscanf, as I told you, it is very suitable for reading data files which is in the extension like .dat. Okay, then what is the procedure for performing or implementing the code in our C language? So we have to create a file pointer first, then we have to open the file in the read mode by using R character. Then we need what, input file name and also the path also. So we have to check whether the file is existing or not. If the file is existing, then only we can do. So if file exists, use appropriate read function as I specified, fgetC for text files and also code files, as like that. If you have data files to read, in the sense you can go with fscanf. So you have to identify the appropriate read function to be applied for the different formats of the files. Okay, then we have to continue this reading operation until end of file. So here EOF, it is what, end of file. So it is what, a number. Okay, it is what, a character that is used to represent where the file which get end. As like in string operations or string data type, what we are doing, null character to be used to represent end of the string. As like that, where the file content which gets end in the memory. So for that, EOF pointer that is used to specify in the memory the file content where it could be end. That is what the last block of the file content to represent the end of the file which is to be read. Okay, so here I would like to discuss with this a simple example to make you to understand. So here you can see that, okay, this is one program. Here you can find the file pointer is created. Okay, afterwards I have taken character ch because we have to read the character one by one. So here in this program we demonstrate how the fgetC could be operated or used in our reading process. Okay, so here you can find, after declaring pointer and also the character variable, we opening the file. So by default I given a file like union.c because that is existing in my local directory, local path. So directly I am giving that one, union.c. Okay, and that could be taken directly to read. So here we have to check whether file is exist or not, as I said. Okay, so how we can check, okay, file exists or not. So for that we have to use null value. You see, if this file is available in our local path, then what happens is the file gets the corresponding pointer or address to be used for reading the file content. If it is not available, the file pointer, it is what, null. So that's why we have this fp is equal to null. But in this case, you don't worry. So union.c, it is available. So definitely that will be executed. Suppose if I give like union1.c, it is not available, I think. Okay. So if it is not available, what happens is it will print an error. Afterwards, the program will be stopped. Okay. Else, suppose the file content is available in the sense, then this while block will be executed. So now you can see if the file does not exist, what happens. Afterwards, we jump on to what's happening. If the file which exists, you can see that opening error, file does not exist. Why? Because I have changed the file name, that is what union1.c, that is not existing. Now you see I have changed the file name union.c, which is existing in my local path. So where the program which executes, where the program which is saved, that is what the local path. So now you can see that the union.c, the program which is already available in the local path. So that's why simply the program contents which is displayed. Okay. So now you can understand, you can take the content by using what? fgetc. Okay. And that could be process for displaying the character. Here you can see that. So while of 1, why we are using while of 1? It represents always the condition is true. Okay. Afterwards, I take what? A character by using the file pointer and also fgetc. So fgetc of fp. Then I am checking whether the character is an end of file character. If it is an end of file character, what happens is the else block will be executed. That may stop our while loop execution. Okay. But actually we have union.c and also it's having complete content. So what happens is character by character that will be read. So the characters, each character will be transferred to this variable and immediately we are displaying the character on the screen. So please understand, character by character, it will be displayed on our screen. Okay, that's the exact thing happening here. Okay, so not entire content which is transferred to our character variable, because character, it is what, 1 byte memory space. So 1 by 1 the character will be read and also those are stored in our variable ch and that will be displayed to our screen. Okay, so here you can take the file name dynamically also by using what? Character array. So here you can find the character array which is made for collecting the file name as an input, because here you can see that it is what, whenever we execute this program, we take only what? union.c as an output. But if I want to take if I want to read the different files which exist in my local directory or local path, what I'm doing is I created a character array. There I have used the string type to take the file name. Okay, that file name which is what given as an input. Here you can see the file name which can be given as an input. Then that file will be in which mode? Read mode. So like that I have made this content. So now you can find the what we have here. So here you can find that it asks us to give the input file name. Okay, so I'm giving like union.c. Okay, so now it takes the corresponding file and also it reads, and that also displayed. Okay, suppose you see if you want to read some other file, okay, text file. Okay, so you see sample text, like that I have a text file. You have to give the extension also, then only the program can be able to read it. Now you can see that what is the content which is in my text file. This is the content I have stored in my file. So that content which is displayed as an output. So I hope you people understand about giving the file name as a dynamic one during our program execution, and the file will be verified whether it is available in our local directory or local path where the program is saved. Here you can find one thing, that you see, suppose you want to access some other files which are located outside of the path, I mean outside of the local path. So that time you have to use like this. You can find my the path here. You see file fc : subject materials. Okay, now I have changed completely. So here you can find that. So it is what, not it is not this file data types.cpp. It is not in my local path of this file, I mean this program file. It is what some other directory, C++ folder. Okay, so there only this file is what available. So to represent the exact path of that, we have to use double slash. That's the thing you have to understand. Okay, this is a very different one you have to understand. See that will be read. Okay, so here you can see the program of it. Okay, this is what the C++ code. Okay, so here you can understand one thing, that when you give the file which exists outside of the local path, you have to use double slash. Don't use single slash. If you use single slash, that cannot able to recognize by the cannot be recognized by our C compiler. Okay, so that's why we have to use what double slash to say that this slash, it is for what separation of the file path. This is what the main directory, main folder, subfolder, like that. To classify that, we need to have this operator, the slash operator. So if you give only one operator, it may think about what some kind of character to be processed in our programming language. In the sense, we have new line character slash and null character slash 0, like that it may feel. Okay, so to avoid such kind of confusion for compiler, we using what double slash. So one slash, that's about what exact character that has to be given for file path. So this is the different you can understand. Okay, so when you give the file name, please understand, when you give the file name as a dynamic input, that time definitely you have to use what double slash to represent the exact file path or absolute path where the file which is located for reading. Okay, I hope you people understand, and I request you all, not only watching this video, you people please pause this video and learn it by typing the code in your system and see the executions, and also look at what about the things happening on your program execution. If you have any doubt on that, if you find any error, please give me messages, or you can post your comments. Accordingly, I will help you also. Okay, if you got any error, please post the comments, and I will help you whenever I'm seeing that. Okay, I hope you understand about the file operations and how we can perform reading a file. I request you all, if you like this video, please click on the like button and also encourage us. And the people, those who are watching this video and those who are new to this channel, I request you, please subscribe this channel. Please stay with us to get more videos which may help you to improve your programming skills. Thank you for watching this.